We are 2 days away from the Fed meeting. Whether it becomes famous or infamous is anyone's guess. And right now, the market is actually dipping down despite people predicting to see a rally at the conclusion of this meeting. And I said time and time again that is going to dictate on whether Jerome Powell follows through on what everyone's predicting will happen. He cuts interest rates, or if he goes against these 98% guarantee going to happen predictions and decides to actually not cut rates and just pause, which will send us into a downward spiral like a roller coaster. Okay, I am prepared for either scenario. And I was telling my Discord today, I said, be prepared for us to talk about profit taking a lot as we get closer. Which, by the way, if you're not in my Discord, I recommend joining. Great place to be. It's a great support group. We're doing conference call Q&As. You can get your guidance from me and be in a position, the best position to make a lot of money, which is the end goal for crypto. Now more than ever, you should be trying to do this together than try to be a lone wolf and try to figure out yourself. It'll save you a lot of time, stress, and energy on the wrong things. That being said, though, we're going over profits. We're going over Bitcoin dominance. We're going over many different things. And that's the thing, right? A lot of people don't know what's going to happen in the next 48 hours, but I'm very curious to hear what you think might happen. Do you think he's going to cut or not cut? But the video is not about the Fed meeting. The video is about getting you to $100,000, which to many of you, maybe that's not a lot of money. A lot of you want to make $1 million or more, which I totally get. But keep in mind, you can't get to $1 million first without reaching $100,000. It's just not possible. You have to get to 100K first before $1 million. You have to walk first before you run. And to a lot of people, depending where they live, $100,000 can go a long way. It can, I don't want to say make them financially free, but give them opportunity to maybe move out, maybe a good side income to, go part-time at their job for the time being, whatever the case may be. Start a side venture, so on and so forth. Get a new car, put a down payment towards a house. There's a lot of different ways that 100K can do a lot. And also 100K, if you make 100K this bull cycle and next bear market, you start with 100K to invest. Now we're talking about you getting into $1 million relatively easily with a 10X, 20X, which can happen pretty often, especially in bear markets. So yeah, it's definitely a good milestone to reach. I still remember the day when I hit 100K in my portfolio. Okay, it's a great milestone, but it's often ignored because everyone falls for the casino gambler standpoint of you have to hit $1 million, $10 million, or you're a failure, which is totally asinine when you think about it. But nonetheless, let's pull up. Sorry, my allergies are very bad today. Let's pull up Whale Insider real quick. Let me just go over how we're moving towards a bullish market because all these new cryptos and companies are launching everything now. Look. We got Eric Trump apparently acknowledging Bunk Fund and Radiant partnership, which partnerships are happening. We got an XRP ETF set to launch this week, which is very bullish for XRP. And we're just seeing new launches. PAC launches with over $100 million committed to back pro-innovation, pro-crypto candidates in the U.S. So when we go back now to the metrics, we can see how we're in neutral. Altcoin season index is 67. We're moving towards oversold territory, though. And you see what I mean? How we have yet to hold above 4 trillion. The market is dipped today. Volume is down roughly 30 billion. But you can see, this is what I've been saying. We have yet to hold above 4 trillion market cap. We have not yet had that level of support to sustain holding above 4 trillion. I think if Jerome Powell cuts September 17th, we're going to break it and we're going to sustain holding above it. And that's going to be the new floor going into Q4 October of this year. That being said, Bitcoin dominance is 57.5%. I said it before, expect this to reverse and go back up to 60% or so. Why? Because Bitcoin needs to break a new all-time high first before we get a new Ethereum all-time high. And we see phase 3, which is mid caps, and phase 4, altcoin season for micro caps. Okay, we need this to happen. It's not bad, but people will expect a bad reaction, an over exaggerated reaction from everyone saying that when Bitcoin goes again, that's it. altcoins are done, the top is in, and it's just Bitcoin from here. You're going to see a lot of that stupid nonsense get spewed everywhere. Fear and greed were pretty much grand smack in the middle. And again, a lot of people right now are waiting to see what happens. That's why we're right there in the middle, because people don't understand where crypto is going to go. Now, today I added a new play to my portfolio, TrueFi. I did tell my Discord, it's a DeFi play, by the way. It's on every exchange. The top 10 is mostly controlled by the exchanges, okay? Top 10 wallets are mostly exchanges. The charts bottomed out. DeFi is a strong narrative. It's almost fully diluted, and there's only 12, 13K holders, despite being on every exchange, which is very bullish. Again, the highways, and despite being around, it's an older crypto, but it's on every exchange. So yeah, 40 mil market cap. We got in literally at this price. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. But this is not about TrueFi. This is about how can you make the 100K. First of all, though, it's buying charts like these. I'm not saying TrueFi is going to make you 100K. What I'm saying is a lot of people are not buying the dips on cryptos when they know it's the right time to do so, because if you're buying on a chart like this, like we did today, a lot of people don't have the emotional control to say, this might be a good buy, because there's no certainty in what's going to happen to a crypto. When you see a crypto like this that looks rugged, which this chart looks like it just kept dumping, a lot of people, it's very hard to convince them that this crypto has life left. But again, this is where the visionary of crypto comes in. If you believe in DeFi, if you believe in plays like this that have good, strong utility, if you believe in the exchange listings that will pump it, when you look at things half full, you start looking at things as opportunity, right? A lot of people don't get to 100K in crypto because they don't have this half full optimistic personality. They like buying things after they pumped 5, 10, 20x. They don't like making moves during times like where it's red, like today, because it's uncertain, right? You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how much longer it's going to be that we're going to see dips like this. And there's no one out there to validate you on that decision to buy that crypto. There's no one else but you that can make a decision for you, right? But Bitcoin, the reason why people are buying Bitcoin now is because it ran up so much. So they look at the chart for Bitcoin, they see it's a clear uptrend, the airplane, taking off, and they're like, okay, it's ran up, so it must run up some more. It's done good for so long, so it must continue that trajectory, which Bitcoin will. But again, this is why I don't chase Bitcoin today. I have it as part of my bank account type thing, but I don't plan to sell my Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is a store of value. I treat it that way. I don't treat it as a buy and sell, a store of value that increases over time. Altcoin investing, you want to buy when the airplane is not taking off. You want to buy when it's either still on the track or it's ready to take off, right? And again, nobody knows when these cryptos are going to fly, aside from macro conditions getting better. Again, when Jerome Powell cuts and we shift to QE, quantitative easing, which is a shift in monetary policy from QT, not calling you a QT, I'm saying quantitative tightening, okay? Relax. The money printer goes on, borrowing gets more alluring, and spending gets increased. This forces the whales to move their now lackluster yield in their accounts of money markets, CDs, high yield savings. Now it's probably low yields, and they move it because they're always thinking, how can they multiply their money? How can their money grow while they sleep? When the yield gets cut, which comes from interest rates being cut, it's literally the interest rates. They're going to move their money. They're not going to let their money get eaten by inflation, because then it's just you might as well put it under your mattress at that point, right? They're going to move it. ETFs, stocks, crypto, even gold. Okay. And then again, that's where the explosion in crypto takes place. And until you make your 100K, the only way you make the 100K is you buy cryptos on charts like we just showed, with the belief that you've done your research correctly. I have a research course and 2 others on Discord, including early retirement, which I will be following to a T, and my profit taking course, which I'll be doing also to a T this cycle, which Q4 again is only 2 weeks away. You got to be prepared. You got to have a plan. But like I said, 100K, it's a big hurdle because very few people can buy cryptos at bottoms. And the reason why very few buy at bottoms is because your intuition matters most, your confidence matters most, your experience matters most. It's very hard to get rug pulled on a crypto that's listed on a tier one exchange when the chart's bottomed out. That's why you always see this huge disbelief when a crypto god candles. People are like, where the hell does crypto come from? Oh, it's on Coinbase right now. Oh, it's on Binance. What the hell happened? Some big partnership takes place, some big collaboration, some big development. Maybe it's their roadmap. Maybe it's a huge influencer, like some politician promoting it. Again, XRP is a great example of this. For a while in the bear market, it was a stable coin, 20 cents, 25 cents, XLM, same thing. XLM at one point was 5 to 7 cents for months, if not years. And now it's at what, 40 cents? And XRP just got a ETF being launched and it's above $3 around there. I think. Let me see where XRP is at, actually. I'm just curious. These are two great examples because these cryptos had tight communities despite a lot of people hating on them because of price action alone. Yeah, XRP is at $3. Okay. Great crypto. Great crypto. And it surprised a lot of people, including me. Even though I hold it now at $2, it could have been much better if I bought it back in the bear market. And XLM, I was buying this thing at 5 cents. On the Coinbase debit card, I was racking up 4% yields. And again, look at it. It was literally dead the entire bear market. And then boom, God candle. Now we're at higher lows. The higher lows here are like 6x up from the low in the bear market. Okay, this is why perspective matters a lot in crypto because a lot of people look to influencers for guidance. And I'm not saying you can't do that with me. I'm saying is when you become an independent, confident, experienced investor, or even if you're a pure beginner and you know that you buy cryptos when the interest is low, when nobody wants it, when the price is down, that is your ticket, your surefire ticket to making that 100K. There's no groundbreaking strategy. There's no day trading course you got to buy. It is literally buying sometimes blue chips. A lot of people can stay in the top 100 and still make their 100K if you buy in the bear markets or buy in the cheap discount consolidation patterns. Everything on crypto is a pattern. We see consolidation. You look at the macroeconomic situation, you're not surprised. We see a dump in a bear market. Again, no surprise. You can always foresee, in a way, why crypto is down and why crypto is up. Everything is public perception. If there's fear in the market, then prices are down. If there's greed in the market, excitement, prices are up. September 17th is going to be an interesting day because Jerome Powell is single-handedly going to tell us how retail is going to feel. And we know from a fear and greed index and past experience that everyone's going to watch every word he says, including Trump, which is why I'm not telling you to be affected by it. I'm saying if in the small chance he does not cut, just buy these dips. Even today, buy these dips. They're going away. If you don't have any funds, then just do nothing. And understand that altcoin season's coming. Like I said yesterday, it's coming regardless if you believe it or not. Okay, I am very optimistic about it. All the signs are pointing towards a nice altcoin season coming. We see in the crypto market cap, yes, we fell below 4 trillion briefly, but it's only a matter of time before we hold above it. And I mean actually hold above it for a week or longer, not a couple days. We are so friggin' close. I am so pumped and so excited. Even though right now I just sound kind of tired. I am so excited. I hope you are too. And again, make sure you join the Discord. The fastest way to make your 100K, whether you're making $100 a week to put into crypto or putting in $1,000 a month, small investments over time, cheap prices, and if they're pumping, relax on it and wait until it consolidates. You always buy a crypto when it consolidates or when it's dumping. You never buy when it's pumping unless you're just DCing into it or some other, you're foreseeing some type of partnership or something happening in the future. Okay, there's some rare times where I do DCA when things pump, but it's very rare and sparse because for the most part, when you buy it on a pump, there's always early investors looking to take profits and dump. So again, it's a lot riskier to buy when the market's like this and excitement than when it's boring and people are scared. I hope this helped you. I know it's kind of all over the place. We'll make many more videos on this topic. But yes, small changes lead to big wins. 100K is really not far away. And if you really want to look at it half full, $1 million or more is definitely realistic. You just got to get to 100K first, and all the doors of possibility open up. If this video helped you in any way, if it inspired you, please leave a like. Definitely helps a lot. With that being said, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.